Alright, so the next very important terminology in circuit analysis is the node. By definition, a node is a point where two or more elements have common configuration. But this is a little too complex. I've always learned it the way that a node is just the point in a circuit between which no other element is connected. So for example, in this circuit, if I start off from this left end, I can see that between between this end and this end there's nothing connected, so this is just a node. This entire wire is a node. Then an element comes, and then I can start off from the end of this element, and I can see that this entire wire, there's nothing connected to it, so this is another node. Then another element comes, and I can start off from the end of it, and this is a node too. And then at the end of this element, this entire portion is another node. So there are four nodes in this circuit. I'll just show another example now. So if I have this circuit, and I can just start off from this end, this entire portion where there's nothing connected, it's node A. Then I can start off from the end of this element. This entire portion is the node B. Then I can start off from here. This entire portion, including this is the node C. So this is just the wire where there's nothing else connected. So this is what a node is. Now I'll move on to loops. A loop is just, as the name suggests, you start off from one node in the circuit and end back at it, moving on a continuous path along the circuit. So I'll just demonstrate using an example. So if this is a circuit, I'll just first mark the nodes on this circuit. So I can just say that this portion is a node. This is the first node. This portion is the second node. And this entire portion is basically the third node, node C. So if I start off from the point, so if I start off from this point and then I move here along the blue line, and then I just come here at this point, and then I go down, then I come back at point A. This entire portion is a loop. This portion is a loop. I can even start off from point A and go here along the loop by this element, and then I can come here and I can go back to point A. This is also a loop. So this is what a loop is. Just start off from one node and move along a continuous path back to that node. That is what a loop is. So now moving on to another important terminology, a branch, which is pretty simple. A branch is just a wire composing of an element and two nodes. So for example, this entire thing is a branch because there is an element between here and two nodes at the end of it. This is also a branch. This is also a branch. This is also a branch. All of these are just branches. This is what a branch is. So in this lecture, we actually found out what a node is, what loops are, and what branches are. Then in the next lecture, we'll use these to compose our circuit laws.